systems go. Clear for liftoff.
We are back. Another episode of PGA Showdown. I think it's hilarious, actually, that I did a show last night around midnight and there was like 30 people live in the stream ready. And today, it's just normal. Like people will watch, people aren't here. So what you guys like in the West Coast? Why was everyone watching so late last night? Maybe I'll do more late shows. I probably won't, but there will be late shows, like I said, over the next few months due to travel and such. But we are back, another show. Today's round didn't really pan out. It panned out fairly similar to what we thought in terms of the weather and the wave split. Just pick the wrong guys. Like that's gonna happen. The process, in my opinion, was okay. Stats are a little all over the place, but the weather did turn out right as we thought. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna get right into this. Recap the rounds of the day. Who did what? How they did what? And do the damn thing. So probably should share my screen, right? That's what I should do. If you're gonna share your screen, you got to do it. Everyone knows that. Everyone says that. Brant Snedeker, Adrian Dumont de Chassart, S.H. Kim shot rounds of 67 or better. It tells you something when the best round of golf of the day was 67 in a PGA Tour round, when it's not blowing 30 miles an hour. That's just a testament to a difficult golf course, a testament to some firmer conditions here as the week went on from some soft early in the week. So Brant it's crazy. Also, Brant Snedeker, he's 2 shots off the lead, I believe. I think it's 2 shots, 65, 72, 67. This stat line he posted today is a stat line that I'm never going to back. A stat line that seems quite remarkable, if I'm being honest. So round 3, lost strokes off the tee, lost strokes on approach, 10th around the green, first putting. Like, this is as unserious of a stat line as it gets. But Brant Snedeker, he needs to have this stat line. He needs to gain 12 stroke short game in 3 rounds to be anywhere near the top of the leaderboard. I guess I'll put this out there. I was talking to Adam earlier, my boss at Vincerix, my co-partner. If Brant Snedeker and Peter Malnati win a golf tournament 2 of 3 seasons, Valspar, Innisbrook, to the moon. That will be as unserious as a few results as we get. That's nothing against Brant Snedeker or Peter Malnati. It's just, like, you know what I'm saying. This, like, you can't just be gaining 12 stroke short game and, like, I don't know. It's just a little bit unserious with what this could become. But also with that being said, I'm going to go to like the full round score. This is a historically low dog leaderboard. Sung J M, David Lipsky, Marco Panch. I guess Fitz is not that low dog. He's a major champion. But if there's any time Brant Snedeker is going to accidentally win, it's on a leaderboard like this. So also the round 3 scoring, Adrian Dumont was kind of the profile we were looking for yesterday. He was the guy who had the driving distance, and then he found a hot putter. And then S.H. Kim, he was top 20 in accuracy. He generally is a bomber, but he was top 20 in accuracy and then also had a putter. Penge was distance and approach. Fitz was all apt today. But the stats were just really all over the place. We saw a little bit more consistency of just pure approach the first 2 rounds. Today was kind of all over the place. Today was the first day where driving accuracy kind of came to fruition. But the thing that was true was this wave split. This round 4 scoring round 3 scoring was about a stroke different. So if you had those morning guys, which we had a few of those morning guys that were solid, you could have gotten to the lead. You could have gotten a nice little lineup. I didn't put out the best core. I didn't put out the best slate plan. I'm not going to always put out the best slate plan, but the idea was there. The process was in the right direction. So tomorrow, looking at the weather, I'm expecting a lot more of the same. From 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., it doesn't start gusting to 13 miles an hour until then. So if you can get out around 8 o'clock, you could play in some pretty benign conditions. And then the leaders are going to play in some tougher conditions. So we have to ask ourselves, how many birdies is possible? Because the golf course is tough. the golf course is not really giving up birdies like a normal PGA Tour event does, how many birdies is worth it? Or are the placement point worth it? Are the placement points worth it? As you know, in round 4, the placement points come into play. If you win, you get 13 down to whatever place you finish. 13 is the top points you get. So 13 is equivalent to about 2.2 birdies. You have to ask yourself, is it worth to play this chalky guy who's in the top 5, or play a guy from 8 a.m. who might make 2.5 more birdies per round? That's something you have to ask yourself. So before we get into the stats, I'm going to tell you my strategy once we get there. But with that being said, AM surely has a little bit of a scoring advantage. I would probably say the birdie rate from this first 4-hour window will be like 1.3 to 1.5 higher than the rest of the afternoon wave will be. So, I'll walk you through my strategy as we go. Again, DraftKings is not letting me log in when I do these streams. Maybe it's like doesn't want me showing my screen on the thing. I don't know why. It's not sending me a code. It's being weird. So any DraftKings, if you're listening to this, I can log in when I'm off the stream, but when I'm on the stream, it's bringing me back to this window. With that being said, contest for tomorrow, the $55 9 max is really nutty in my opinion. I love the payout. I love the structure. It's $3K up top, and I believe 10th place is $300. Great 10% to 10th is what we're looking for. A nice little chunk from 3K all the way down to 10th place. And there's only, I think, 176 total entrants. And if you get 9 entrants in that, that's only it's $500. Let's see if I can do quick math off the top of my head. 9 times 55. $495. I was pretty close. I'm pretty close. So if you want to enter $500, I know I don't usually advocate for entering that much money. I tend to stay towards 100 and below on a daily basis. But for the round 4 has been my best showdown opportunities, and I love the contest payout structure tomorrow. So $55 9 max is the contest of choice for me tomorrow. Also, some of these tee times that I talked about, they are going out at 7:30. So this 7:30 to 8:30 group there's a lot of golfers to choose from, and I really do think they're going to have a really fair wave advantage in the morning. So before we get to the stats, before we get to everything that I want to talk about in terms of my strategy, let's walk through some of the tools. As always, copy and paste the link in the description. You can get 10% off lifetime. Once you sign up once, you have 10% off forever. So use that code BOOTS. Help me get back on the road. The PGA projections for Showdown will be up around probably, this is a few days ago, this probably around an hour from now, maybe a little less. So use the projections, sort by ownership, ceiling, points per dollar, build a player pool, and then go to the Stone. The Stone had one of the rounds of the day. Marco Penge highlighted as a high leverage play. He was one of 3 high leverage plays. So simple. It was just highlighted for you there. Didn't have to do much research there. And if you had Marco Penge, hopefully you paired him with someone else and you had a nice little showdown day today. So get over to the site. If you just want the golf PGA plus optimizer, use the SaberSim, build your player pool. If you want all sports, MLB is around the corner. All access, the code works for both. So help me help you use code BOOTS. Bang. I'm going to answer this comment right now. On your old site, you used to have those dog rankings, what they were for, and how could they be implied over here. Okay, so if you don't know how to get to the dog rankings, I guess I could show you that right now. I can plug the D rankings right now. So you're gonna go over to Vincerix.com, and you're gonna go over to rankings at the top, dog rankings right here. So the way to use these is there's no real way to use them and not to do them. It's kind of a proprietary blend that we don't update enough, to be honest. But what it says is when you are in the mix, it's great for round 4 showdown. Like when you are in the mix, how often do you stay in the mix and get the job done on Sunday, or just basically not gag it away? So this is great for guys who are in the top 10. And if they're staying there, I can tell you one thing, Sung J M is nowhere near this top 50. This is the data that this is backed around is round 4 scoring and also some like opinion as well. But we watch a ton of golf, so this is the top 50 of the dog rankings. It's worldwide. See, Marco Pence is in there. So I think the best way to use the dog ranking is for round 4 showdown. So we don't have any integration with Ship It Nation, but Vincerix.com, this is all free rankings, dog rankings. Go over and use it. If you have any questions on the dog rankings, shoot me a DM or share it on Twitter. So now let's talk about the stats we're looking for tomorrow and the strategy. So I mentioned the round 4 placement points. What I am thinking is scoring has been tough all week. Scoring should be tough again in the afternoon. I really do think that morning is going to have a nice advantage to make birdies, and then the middle of the day, the PM, is going to be tough. With that being said, I don't think the guys coming from the morning are going to make up enough ground to get in the top 10, get a ton of placement points. But if you have 3 guys from the morning and then 3 guys from the top 15, play those chalky guys from the top 15 and get super different down below. 3 and 3, you can get those birdies in the morning, and then you can get those placement points in the afternoon wave. So that's how I'm going to be setting it up. I'm going to go 3 and 3 for my lineups and hopefully land on a few guys right now. I already know the one guy I'm playing, but I'll run through some potential, see who's doing what and what we're looking for. So as you can see, putting is really just the best putters are kind of leading the way to the top. And it's never something I really want to look at, never something I really want to bank on. But the last like 7 winners of here have averaged like over 7 strokes gained putting per tournament. So it's kind of checking out. Like this is kind of just get hot and make some putts, and that's showing again. But what we're going to be looking for is guys with solid approach, solid approach and baseline putting to potentially pop. So I'll try to find 3 guys from the afternoon, 3 guys from the morning, give you my player of the day, and let's run. Right here, ADDC. He's not doing anything too great with approach. He's not doing anything too great on the greens. Now, he's not the greatest approach player, but this is a kind of stat line that I think he has room to pop. More on the greens. He's not doing anything so bad where I think he's going to just fall apart. So ADDC, 1 guy from the top. I don't mind. Who else? Rico Hoey. This is a really nice stat line for Rico Hoey. We know how solid he is on approach. He has so much room to grow on approach. So I don't think, and he's putting fine. Like Rico Hoey, if he's gaining about even with the putter, that's great for him. So if Rico Hoey has a high level Rico Hoey approach round, there's no reason that he can't go from T11 to T4 and have a nice little, that's a subtle backdoor that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for anyone to shoot 63 and backdoor completely. I just don't think there's enough birdies out there. And then finally, one other guy from the top that I think has some pop potential is Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith was a golfer that I liked going into the Florida swing, but I didn't like what I saw out Boots. But I thought these Florida golf courses were great setups for him. And he's hitting the ball well. He's gaining this is aggregated to 3 rounds right now, but he's gaining on approach, gaining off the tee, not doing anything too crazy on approach. He can gain more, and he has a ton of room to gain on the greens. He's not like a bad putter, not having the greatest putting week, but he's not having a horrible putting week, which tells me that he has room to gain strokes putting. One more guy here, Doug Gim. Doug Gim shot 4 over today, but he's still gaining across the board. He's not doing anything poorly. He is a historically low dog player. You do not want Doug Gim when he's in a final group at all. Now he's back T17. He's going to be stress-free, and he could have that 3 under round, 4 under round tomorrow. So I have a nice bounce back spot from Doug Gim tomorrow. Towards the bottom, some guys that we like to have those morning birdies. I wouldn't mind going back to Pearson Cootie. It's all the around the green play that's really making him struggle. And with that being said, he is a bad around the green player, but if he stripes it tomorrow, he can make a ton of birdies. He's had a ton of looks so far this week. And then Matty Schmid, the putter is the only thing that's kind of keeping him loose. I don't think his broomstick putter is serious, but he's hitting it well, and we know he can get hot for a single round with the putter. So those are 2 golfers I like from the early wave or from the super early wave to match with the big time wave. And then one more guy before we get to the player that I am on for sure. That is going to be, I like this from Thorbjorn Olesen. He's about even with the ball striking and the oh, he missed the cut. I'm retarded. Sorry. That was a bad word too. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to say that. Thorbjorn Olesen is not there. Cannot play Thorbjorn Olesen. Who can we play though? Who can we play? Don't want to play Kevin Streelman. We want to play Matty Schmid. Billy Horschel is perfect. Billy Horschel is a perfect golfer for tomorrow. He is about even with the ball striking, and he is doing the short game is positive, but not too hot. So I do not mind Billy Horschel at all. We know what he could do on these surfaces. We know what he can do in Florida. And he's one of those 3 early guys that we can pair with the 3 late guys to get the placement points. So Billy Horschel, about even on the greens. There's no reason he can't gain 4 strokes on the greens tomorrow. He's done it many times before. He's done it here before. One golfer that I am on for tomorrow, drum roll, who is the golfer I am on? Andrew Novak. Taking a look, he's going to go out early tomorrow, very early tomorrow. Taking a look at his stat line, he is first off the tee. He is 30th on approach. He is 19th around the green, and he's putting like an idiot. Now, is he going to just putt great tomorrow? No, but he's hitting the ball so well that he's going to give himself so many looks on a difficult golf course. I don't see him really shooting over par again. I see like he's hitting it too well to not shoot around in the 60s tomorrow. So Andrew Novak is the one golfer that I am surely playing tomorrow. As always, song of the day. Thank You for the Venom by My Chemical Romance. You probably have heard it before. Go check out the playlist, and the core report is up. Little sneak preview of the core tomorrow. So that does it. That is the show, the final show of the week. I will be back Monday for the Houston Open. We'll not be on the road this week or the next week after that, but I'll be back on the road soon again. Thank you for the support, and I'll catch you guys Monday. Peace out.